Alright, so we just left San Jose. We're getting some breakfast, and of course we had to stop here, but we want to get breakfast before our next stop, so stay tuned.
Stopped at a grocery store to get some snacks, and this looks very, very similar to home, except for the gifts. They're like these bottle openers, they're $14. So if you want to know how to read prices, pretty much the easiest way to do it is just double what that says. So this is a $6 bag. So we're on our next adventure, getting to the next place that we really want to show you. It's ridiculous getting here. It's on top of a mountain. There's a dirt road coming here. Doesn't look like it can fit two cars, but apparently it can. There's ditches on this side and that side. Look how deep they are. They're probably, that's like 4 feet deep. We found a place that had wide enough to park. So instead of trying to go up this hill, we're gonna hike it, because I no longer trust this road. So hopefully we get there. And we're walking down. So I asked the farmer, like, is it anywhere near here? He said no. Google Maps says it's like 5 minutes that way, but apparently it's not. Apparently you have to go all the way to the bottom of the hill, over by the McDonald's that we were just at, and then you have to climb or hike like 2 or 3 miles up back this way, but through the woods, to go to this thing. So we'll let you know if we make it. So this is where we wanted to go, the Hand of Montaña. So it's just a giant hand that sticks out over the rainforest. First of all, they do zip linings. I thought this chick was real, but apparently it's fake. The problem is it takes an hour and 30 minutes to hike up to it, which means it's a 3-hour hike, not including all the pictures and videos we would take there. And we have a 4.5-hour ride back. So right now we're gonna try to see if there's maybe like a place that we can not necessarily go up to it, but at least like a looking point, a viewpoint, if we could see it. If not, I'll show you pictures of what it is. But unfortunately we don't want to get stuck driving in the dark again, just because we don't want to risk it this close to about to leave. So
very dangerous,
extremely dangerous at night. Even these roads are we're obviously no longer in the city, so these roads are barely wide, even if they're paved.
And
so,
if it rains, then forget it. It's so slippery.
Yeah, so we're gonna see if we can find a viewpoint. If not, then we're heading back to Tamarindo. So that's a no-go on the Hand. It's an hour and a half to get there. You also had to purchase like a 2 thing. They didn't tell us the price to just do the hike and purchase. Like you could do like zip lining or something else for like if you wanted to walk up there. But once again, it's like an hour and a half. We just don't have the time. There was an option for a 30-minute VIP where they take you by car, which I'm kind of annoyed that I can't get there by car.
I think it was more of an ATV is what I read online. It was a 4x4 is what online said.
All right, she said it was a car, but that would have been $170 for 30 minutes just to see a hand. Not necessarily thinking it's worth it, but yeah. So we're just going to end up heading back to Tamarindo. But here is pictures and maybe a video of what the Hand looks like and is. So we made it back to Tamarindo. The drive back was skill level 11 out of 10. Yeah, it's really tough. One specific road climbing up the mountain, it's a brand new road, but the road is already falling apart and there's huge gaps. Part of it are washed out, and luckily we did it during the day. So we are back at the hotel. Sorry there was no video yesterday. There really wasn't a whole lot of content. But today, our final full day, we are going to go back on a catamaran to see if it's, well, any different.
So this is what happens when there's no one at the bartender station. Carlos helps himself. Nothing wrong with that, right? All inclusive.
So when you're laying out, always look what you're laying out underneath because, oh, this almost hit, baby coconut almost hit Jenna in the head. That's the little culprit. He's trying to get food. Okay. Wow, the water is very low. If you remember our other video, this was underwater and the water was coming above, splash. Now you can walk up to it. That's so cool. I wonder if you can go in. Wow. Crab and everything. Ah, I just got wet. That's so cool. All right, so our last full day, we're going back out on the ocean. The weather is not looking very good, but we will make the best of it since it is open bar. And our ride has arrived, or we have arrived to our ride. This looks a little wider than the last one we were at. Definitely looks bigger. And we have more people this time around because there's already people on there. And this is our catamaran for the day. The only thing I don't like is that these are, the phone can definitely fit through there. Yeah, but open bar, so we'll take full advantage of that. So this is pretty much what we expected. It's downpouring. And this is the view from the captain's station. We're heading right around there.
Almost going north.
Almost going north.
We're going north now.
All right, yep.
North. Yeah, but no straight to the mountain. Up in a little bit more where we go around the corner. We're going to the rocks. You see the boats over there? Following the other boats. Over there. I'll go a little farther to the... Okay. Okay.
Starboard.
Sí, a estribor, por favor.
All right, so it's slowed on the rain, but still cloudy. We're back to the place that we were last time based on that little mountain. And since then, we've had a couple more drinks, including a pina colada, mojito, and like 4 beers. All right, so apparently we have some friends. All right, so back on the water camera. That catamaran is actually really nice. But it's the furthest away from the beach. We're actually really close to the beach, unlike last time. We had it sweating forever. This is actually pretty decent. But the weather, not so much. And there's already people on there. Alrighty, time to go in the water. 66 feet long. Alrighty. All the other catamarans that are here as well.
Double flip. Double flip.
Andale! Alright. So there's nothing better than relaxing, watching, listening to the beach while drinking a beer. Dinner is served. We have chicken, beans, rice, fruit, chips, everything. Alright. Oh, this is our beautiful sunset. Beautiful sunset.
It's a rainy season sunset for sure.
Yeah.
Rainy season. And these are all the tourists coming off the boats.
So much for being dry.
And there's the boat that I was able to walk around a couple hours ago. So, thank you for watching up until this point. If you made it to this point, you're awesome. Sorry for no video yesterday. We didn't have a lot of content, so obviously we want to add it to today. Tomorrow we actually go home, so this was our last full day. Unfortunately, with the catamaran getting rained out, we didn't have too much content, but we thought if you made it to this point and you've watched some of the other videos from our Costa Rica trip, we'd give you some of our do's and don'ts, pros and cons. So let's start with the pros. What do you have?
Pros. I like the people. People here are absolutely amazing. Everyone's very friendly. I don't know that we necessarily had a difficult time with the language.
No, it was pretty easy, very similar to like Cancun or something like that. For myself, the Spanish was extremely similar, so that was really good. We did run into a guy yesterday, obviously with the whole car situation. We may have had some things have to get popped back into where they should have been. And yesterday on the way back from San Jose, we did actually end up stopping at a mechanic shop and asking really quick, hey, can you pop this back in? And the gentleman took about 15 minutes out of his time to do that. And I'm like, okay, well, how much is it? He's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, I got to give you something. So he's like, nah, you don't have to worry about it. So I just went in and gave him $20 for 15 minutes worth of work, which I did appreciate. So everybody here has been very friendly. Other pros?
Not necessarily a pro. I mean, it might be a pro, but if you do end up driving here, it is kind of like New Jersey where you don't pump your own gas, they pump it for you. So if you're not used to that, don't be alarmed. They'll pump it, then they'll ask for either your card or for your cash. So I guess it's a pro. You don't have to get out of your car.
So from what I saw, from what some of the gas stations do, is what they do is they actually put like a ground wire to the exhaust pipe to make sure there's no spark. And then they ask you what type of gas you want. I think 91 is the lowest that they have. So gas was a little bit more expensive than we anticipated. Everything was a little bit more expensive than we anticipated. But if you're looking to come to Costa Rica, they did advise us that their like summertime really starts in December. So December, January, February, March, you'll get some rain, but definitely December, January, and February are the best times to come to Costa Rica.
A pro was Uber was really cheap.
The only thing that was
the only
cheap.
thing that was cheap. We took about a 5-minute, 6-minute Uber drive, and it was probably $4 or less. So I think that was definitely a pro.
Yep.
As you said in one of the videos, I believe they do have the code thing, so just keep that in mind that on your app they will ask you for a code, so that's just normal around here.
Yeah, they can't actually go, they can actually move their car forward without entering the code, or else it just won't let them. So besides obviously always checking the license plate when you're getting into an Uber to make sure you're getting into the correct one, here you have to put in a PIN code, which I actually like. It is actually smart, you know, just to make sure that it's kind of like a triple check to do that. Other things?
Other things is besides the rain, the weather is pretty nice. There were days that was sunny, but it kind of works out with the rain in a way because then it's kind of cloudy, so it doesn't make it too unbearable. I don't like super hot places, but I think this was pretty. The temperature wise, humidity is crazy here.
Yes, that was about to say that. Humidity is about 85, 90%. And so if you get hot easily like I do, you're going to be sweating pretty much the whole day. In San Jose, though, the weather is significantly different than Tamarindo, where we're currently at. Tamarindo, because it's close to the beach, the ocean, it does rain here a lot more and a lot heavier than if you were in San Jose. If you were in San Jose, it did rain, but it was kind of like a sprinkle, and it wasn't too bad. Here, you get a monsoon, and like going on to some of the maybe the cons is if you're depending on where you're driving. If you're driving in San Jose, like New York City, Toronto, it's like a normal city. It's very busy, you know. So it's not too bad for driving. The roads are fairly okay, but once you get out of the city, the roads are very small, very narrow, a lot of potholes, very big potholes. And at night, you can't even see that. And then there's obviously dogs, bicyclists, people walking because there's no shoulder, no sidewalks. So when you get into Tamarindo, if you are going to spend the majority of your time here, which there's more to do here that, in my opinion, than San Jose, one of the things that I would definitely recommend is to either have a credit card that covers your insurance. Liability insurance is a mandatory here, which is $15 a day, but the other coverages, please make sure that either your credit card covers it. I had to call mine to make sure, like, hey, just on the off chance, do you guys cover it? And because they do cover, and they're primary, which is the biggest thing, you know, for me, it's not a big deal. But if you are coming here and you don't have a primary car insurance that's going to cover it, then I would definitely get the insurance for them, just because the speed bumps are not, they're black, so you're not going to see them at night at all. And even during the day, you're barely going to see them unless somebody in front of you is slowing down. So the driving is the biggest, I guess, negative that I had in Tamarindo, is that it's just very, very treacherous. And if your confidence level on a very narrow road is not there, I would definitely either just Uber everywhere or get the insurance, so you can definitely mess up the car. Because two people, now we still have an hour and a half to get back to the car rental, so fingers crossed that everything goes smoothly. But two of the people that went on our last catamaran both had punctures, so they had to replace it. They had to change out their tire, just because the driving here is not the greatest, and the potholes, nails, construction. So definitely that's one of the things that you want to keep an eye out on, is the car rental and the insurance for the car rental.
So, also on top of the pros, I do suggest all inclusive, just because you get your meals, your beverages, and it's all included. And for the price that you pay, it's way cheaper than having to go out to eat every single day. So that was one of the pros. We did well on booking an all-inclusive.
Not that many, by the
Not
way.
that many.
And a lot of people that have been here several times didn't even know this place existed.
Mm-hmm. Another thing is the wildlife here is absolutely beautiful. So as you saw in our videos, there's coatis, there's raccoons, there's iguanas, and all the animals are very friendly. So they don't bother you unless you bother them. So I suggest don't bothering them. But it was such a great experience. They were so friendly. They would walk by you, not even knowing you were there. So that's one of the pros is the wildlife and the all-inclusive.
Yeah, we saw a family of raccoons last night coming back, and we're like, oh, there's one, there's two, there's three. Wait, it's a family of like 5. They were all together, and somebody was coming down, and I warned them, hey, there's raccoons there. And he like looked, and he just kept walking, and they didn't even bother. They didn't barely acknowledged him. I do recommend Costa Rica. It is very beautiful. It is a little bit more expensive than you're anticipating. Pretty much if you're going out, anticipate regular prices as like in New York or Toronto or never been to London, but probably London, Barcelona. Like some of the places that we've been, this is like normal, American pricing for everything. I mean, if a keychain, bottle opener is $14, that should give you an idea of how much everything else is. Other than that, in case you're wondering, these mics are brand new. Sorry if I just made that loud. These mics are brand new. I did bring them because I did want to use them like when we did other things, but it's cumbersome and I wanted to use them, so I thought I'd use them now. So let me know if you do like the sound of the mic or just from the phone. In about a little over 2 weeks, about 18 days or so, we are going on another trip to the home of La La Land, Hollywood, California. And we're actually going to have another couple with us to get other people's opinion. I haven't been to California in about 20 years. You've never been?
I've never been.
She's never been, so I'll get her reactions on everything. We're trying to see if we can, see some stars, some actual Hollywood stars, and B, try to screw up everybody's TikToks. But the main reason we're going to California is for the pandas. They're finally back in the United States. It's been about 20 years since the San Diego Zoo has had pandas. So we definitely want to see the pandas now that they're back in the country. The last time we were speaking with somebody today, and they're like, oh yeah, we saw them, but they saw them in Thailand, or Taiwan. So being able to see them here in the States is going to be pretty cool. Other than that, people yelling outside the room. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing. For those that comment, thank you very much. You're a true legend. Other than that, if you have any comments, concerns, let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. If I talk too much, if you want Jenna to talk more, if you like the thumbnails, we're thinking about doing the AI thumbnails. I don't know, but keep in mind that everything is on an Samsung S23 FE. All the videos, except for the waterproof camera, which is about 15 years old, and all the editing and music and everything is from the phone only. So other than that, anything else that we need to let them know?
No, just make sure you bring your rain gear if you're coming before December. But highly recommend Tamarindo. I don't know if there's going to be other places in Costa Rica that anyone suggests maybe going to. But yeah, recommend
bug spray. Bug spray. All of us, both of us got bit a lot.
Even with bug spray.
Even with bug sprays. Probably about maybe 12 or 13 bug bites especially on the legs. They love the legs. So definitely bring bug spray. waterproof bags, not just your normal book bag, but actually a waterproof bag, because it's going to rain and you're going to want to keep your stuff dry. Other than that, everybody used card for the most part. We didn't seem to need cash hardly ever, honestly.
Maybe just for tips, but that's about it.
And for that, we just, we gave them dollars. But cash wasn't a requirement necessarily. Everybody took card. It's, they gave you the machine, you just tap and pay, and everybody was pretty cool with that. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. If you watched up until this point, the secret word is California. So if you comment down below California, which is our next trip, then we know you watched till the end. So thank you very much for watching. Other than that,
like and subscribe.
have a good one.